So, Johnny and I have been here at the COP27 in Sharm El-Sheikh, Egypt for the entire week. Today is our last day. We travel back tomorrow. We did a bit of a reflection of how it has been for us, and then came up with some 5 takeaways that I thought I would share with you. Number one thing that we have observed in this COP more than ever before, there has been a very strong push for the implementation of the Paris Agreement. Many of the speakers kept saying that in plenary, the world speakers, but also even in the advocacy forums that we have participated in, including open activism. You know, people shouting that, hey, it's time for us to implement. We can no longer keep coming and just it being talk and no action. The second interesting thing that we picked from this forum is more than ever before, there has been a strong focus on agriculture. We counted up to 3 pavilions that only focused on agriculture. That is in addition to, of course, agriculture as a topic being mainstreamed in many of what other people kept saying. So that's really encouraging because in the past we've not witnessed that. Related to that is the whole issue about early warning. There is a greater recognition that we need to invest in systems that help prepare our communities to better adapt to the impacts of climate change. I mean, just yesterday, Biden in his prime speech also talked about early warning and said that the US is going to make significant investments in that. Just from attending another session that was hosted by the UK Pavilion, really laying emphasis on the need for early warning. So we think it's a really great opportunity for us to push out price and ensure that all those who need to hear about this great system that CABI has come up with know about it and invest as necessary. Another important point that we picked out is there's been a very strong focus, or rather a better balance between adaptation and mitigation. In the earlier COPs, there was most of the talk was focused on emissions reduction. We know for Africa, that's usually not very exciting because Africa contributes the least, but it's most impacted by climate change. And therefore, adaptation, building resilience for communities is what actually makes sense. And we think it could be that the African leaders had an opportunity to set the agenda for this particular COP. And so there's been a great balance, and we think that there's going to be also a good amount of investment moving that direction than what we have witnessed in the past. And then finally, we've attended lots of sessions talking about landscapes restoration, and there's a strong bias toward forestry. And we think that maladaptation is not good, and so we've used opportunities to actually talk about the need to also look at rangeland restoration. And so we feel that as CABI, that's an area where we need to provide more evidence and speak about it so people can get to understand the importance of a whole ecosystems approach in restoration of landscape as opposed to just focusing on forestry. Thank you very much. I hope you find that to be useful.